Hello there, wrestling fans! Welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I'm your host, Joe the Panther III, and now introduce yourself, my awesome guest for tonight.
Hey everyone, it's me, La Fantasia Ronnie.
Awesome. So, who trained you?
So I originally trained at Sanctuary Stunt Studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, by a beautiful, amazing man named John Patrick Trosky. And I had another trainer who came in later on, and his name was Billy Walker.
Oh, awesome.
And
So,
both of them are the reason why I'm in the ring to this day.
awesome. So, what kind of advice did they give to you that you stuck to your character, like that you took to your wrestling career?
So, if I'll be honest, it wasn't even my trainers that helped me with my character, like in the ring. To be honest, it was during the pandemic where I finally felt like, okay, I need to establish who I am in the ring more because I was already wrestling, but I felt like I didn't have a character like everyone else did. So I kept feeling like I feel like it's just me in the ring. So it wasn't until during the pandemic that I actually sat down and like started, reviewing things on my personal life and then reviewing things from, talking to my trainers and talking to friends. And then that's when I realized I was like, okay, well, it's like I'm like a fantasy. So why not just be La Fantasia?
Awesome. So, with the name La Fantasia, like,
Yeah.
what were you like when you were coming up with names and the coach was kind of giving you these fantasy things? Were you thinking like, okay, were you listening to like Mariah Carey's Fantasy when you came up with the name, or was it just boom La Fantasia like that? Did it come up like that, or?
No, so the story behind my name is that so I was told at one point when I was in my like literally about to graduate from my school, um, I was informed by a wrestler that he said, "Well, I'm part of the LGBT community, so me being a part of the LGBT community, he was like, no one will ever respect you, and men will only see you as a fantasy." So I always thought of that in my wrestling career as in like, wow, like I will never be taken seriously. And it wasn't until people actually started taking me seriously that I discovered, you know what? He's right. Like I am just a fantasy, but I'm gonna be everyone else's fantasy also. And
Hmm.
I decided to, instead of me just calling myself the fantasy, I'm Latina, so I gotta add a little spice to it. And I called my name is La Fantasia, but so it's the fantasy, but in Spanish.
Okay. I'm I'm Joe Panther the third, so it's like the third is from my grandfather, which was Puerto Rican, and like it's everybody's like, well, wouldn't you call the like say it in Spanish? I'm like, nah. Everybody knows who my grandfather is. If he didn't by now, it's Jose Quinones the Panther. He wrestled under Vince McMahon's Poppy, under his dad, with all these legends. And it's, well, why didn't you call you like make it sound like Pantera? I'm like, no, Grandpa didn't say it like that. He just said
There you go.
Panther. So, but like he's my Mew. You know what I mean? Like he's the one that got me into wrestling. So my high end question is, who as a kid was your big reason why you wanted to step through those ropes like you do now?
Ooh, female or male? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, both, both.
Okay, so when it comes to in the ring, if I'll be honest, the first person that was technically the reason why I'm in the ring today is China.
Okay.
So growing up, and being a transgender woman, I never would have thought that, being in this my life journey, I never thought that, I was ever going to be taken seriously because everybody used to always say, you need to be the cookie cutter Disney princess, or you need to be skinny. You need to be blonde and skinny and super tall, or WWE will never book you. So it wasn't until like growing up, I constantly kept watching China. And again, this was like way before it was even WWE. This was WWF, WCW. Like I I would always watch WWE, and the one female that always stood out to me was China. So seeing how she would dominate and still look super beautiful doing everything was the reason why I just wanted to just either be her or be around someone like her.
Awesome. You know, I'm gonna say this now. Dudes at Ringside podcast is a huge supporter of the GLBT community. My sister and brother are both gay, and like I'm very proud to say I'm a brother of a gay brother and a gay sister. So please, please, please spread the word to the through the GLBT community to definitely come and take an interview with Dudes at Ringside. We don't judge anybody. Everybody is everybody, and we love everybody. That's our big.
Of course.
We love everybody. It doesn't matter what you are or you feel you are. We love everybody, and everybody has a voice, and everybody has a story. That's what I feel with Dudes at Ringside, and I'm gonna tell you that off the bat. So, is there any other place you would like to travel in the world that you haven't been to, or the country you haven't been to yet?
Everywhere. Everywhere, everywhere, everywhere.
Oh, okay. So, is there any male or female
That's like
wrestler
my
that's?
goal right now.
Oh, sorry. Wait, what was that again? Ooh. Wait, what was that? Say that again. Ooh. All right. I didn't hear you.
Oops, I said everywhere.
Oh, okay, okay,
I would like to go everywhere. Yeah.
okay. So, uh, I just want to say, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I really appreciate it. I'm Joe Panther the Third. Your turn.
And my name is Ronnie La Fantasia.
And we will catch you in the next one.